Hello, hello, hello. I did it again. This is Nancy coming to you live from California. A state I used to love. Changing my opinions a little bit. Anyway, I am coming live for Tuesday Tea Time. Let's see what we can do. As you can see, I have a blue background today. Looks like I've got a blue screen on, but I don't. I am coming alive to talk about my Tuesday Tea Time. Here we go, right here. I feel very blessed to have the ability to do this and to feel safe doing this. As you can see, whenever you see this, if you come on, simply say hi. As you can see, my title is about personal ownership. I've come through an entirely huge wall. I don't even want to say door. It's a door. It's not a wall. I don't go through walls. I think that I'm not Superwoman or Superman. Yes, there is an energy about me today that has changed the perception of what I think of myself. Tuesday Tea Time is about sharing my love of life. And today's love of life is personal ownership. And part of my personal ownership is I am shifting from doing to being. I am shifting that thought process. I am shifting the belief level in pretty much all capacity that I need to do things to achieve instead of be me, to be inspired to do. My nervous system has been very odd in the last couple days, wondering what's happening in my world. And yes, I seem calm today. Yes, I am sitting today. I decided I didn't want to bounce around. But the energies that I have are inside of me that are learning to bust out are humongous. If you can see this hair, it kind of represents my world of crazy. The thing I am learning, and I wanted to share this to anybody. Good morning, Jamie. The thing I want to share is the greatness of what life is. If you don't know me, my AKA handle, whatever you want to call it, anywhere around, you can see it on any title, says the Energy Lady. And I believe I am. I've been playing with the universal energies consciously for the last 25 years. And I've also been, thank you. I've also been, for my hair compliment, I've also been doing it as a means of operanda to create income and to create a business. And then the world shut down. And then I was told through my meditations that I wasn't allowed to do this. What I've been doing for 25 years. I've been sharing that. I got a really big bang today. I had the hardest time trying to understand why I've been getting anxiety. And it wasn't anxiety. It feels, yes, it sits right here. Why? Because this is the closeness to my heart. My heart is here. It's here. This is my heart. And what it is, because I understand energy so much, it's all about, for me, it's about me holding myself back. Because I, again, listened to others before I listened to myself because I didn't understand. People say, well, you got to change your beliefs. You got to change your thinking. You got to do this and that and the other. I'm going to tell anybody who ever wants to hear this and who ever wants to learn this about themselves, that's crap. Because no conscious person existing in this planet would intentionally torment themselves because they're idiots and like, oh, I know I can have this, but I'm going to take the pain. Yeah, I know I shouldn't be depressed. So obviously it's me. Yeah, I'm being sarcastic because if anybody understood what life is, this physical human form, just the experience of what life is to deal with the chaos, deal with the conflicts, deal with the energies that don't represent happiness, love, greatness of any sort, to not to analyze them, to look at them and say, what part of that is me? What is it that gets me to believe that I'm not good enough? What gets that? It's called ingrained training, and that's the exciting part of life. And that's where I see people miss the mark. That's where I have been told I missed the mark. And that's where I've realized that's what causes anxiety to me. Because why do I have to know everything as an adult? Why do children have to know everything to be good to their parents? Not for their parents, to their parents, and for their parents. I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. And I never will. I don't want to accept it. So when I look at, and I'm telling you, it's an excitement inside of me. When I saw this morning how much I love life and what is it that's causing me anxiety. And when I was doing my Qigong, and yes, I do Qigong. When I was doing my Qigong and feeling the energies, what I heard this morning was, the reason we shut you down for others, because we allowed you to have this in yourself. You came in as this person today, as a child and as this person, for you to utilize those energies for yourself only, and then share you so others can receive. And I went, wow. So what you're saying, what I'm hearing is, I am the energy. So I get to do for myself what I did for people 25 years. And not consider it a business, but consider it part of me and who I am. So they didn't shut my doors. They cut me off. Obviously, I wanted to be cut off because I wasn't extremely 100% happy. I wasn't exuberant. I went, wow, that's amazing. And I think about how many people have that. What I can do to connect the dots to what life is, I want everybody to have. The best way for me to have it is to listen to other people. I shouldn't say that. Let me say it differently. For me to hear what's here for me in the moment and take what I was giving to people in their awarenesses and their great, just expanding them and detaching from them and allowing me to have this. How many people out there, honestly, at a complete honesty, are challenged, I'm going to say difficulty, are challenged in receiving from others? When I was in this seminar, my son was in a boarding school. When I was in this seminar, they categorized people in different areas so that we could be in the place that we're not really good with, haven't learned to be good with. And my biggest thing is they looked at me and they said, you don't know how to receive. You've always given to people. You've never received. And then I think about what's happening in my life and I went, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. When I found this gift in me, and so many people do this, they find something in themselves, they give it away. Forget about owning it. And I teach people to own it. But I didn't realize that I wasn't living in it. It was a business. So when I was done, it wasn't, I don't need to do it. It's a business. I just expand. You guys, with what's happened in our world and the shutdown and I'm going to be kind, the different personalities that come out, the right, the wrong, the good, the bad, the your is, all of that judgment is because of what I didn't learn how to do, which was receive. Not just me, everybody. So the shift that I've made in my life, and I encourage anybody to ever do this, this is why I wanted to share this. The shift that I see, personal ownership, is about saying, thank you, God, thank you, universe, for allowing me to come in and continuing to support me in my truth. Because the universe doesn't lie and never holds us in our lies. Which is why we get anxiety, which is why we get depressed. Most people who get depressed don't know how to connect into who they are, don't know how to. So if they try to, then they're going to attract the people who are negative and tell you can't make it, or they're going to attract the energies like that. So it's a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope, and I know that. I know that. And the reason why people become sheep, follow people, do things that allow them to fit in, because they don't know a dang thing about themselves. They look good on the outside, but they have no innards. You guys, no innards, no inner things. I have so much inner thing. I have been saying for years, I love who I am. I couldn't find that socket. I had a plug inside a socket that was amazingly transparent because it was so ingrained in me that who I am is not okay. So that meant my energies had to be hidden inside a room. My awarenesses had to be hidden inside a room. My aha, the things that I see, my connection to the source and supply that gives everybody life, and the way I can translate it. How many people out there speak a second language? I want to know how many people out there speak a second language. When I was 7 years old, I learned French. I learned English when I was a kid. I learned French when I was 7 to 9. I never learned how to read English. I learned how to read English when I read it to my son 29 years ago. And I mean read to comprehend. We can all read. Okay, so Jamie, you speak Spanish. You understand a second language. How many people speak a second language? My dad spoke 5 languages. 5. How many people out there, especially Europeans, there's not one European raised in any part of Europe that doesn't have at least 3 languages. But because I can tune into the universe and I can speak the language and interpret that language, I'm weird. Got to keep it inside the closed doors. Don't tell anybody. Because I don't have the awareness of, or the understanding, I'm saying it's understanding because they're kind of the same, but I'm going to say it. It is their norm, and I know that, and I bless them, because how much of, when you learn a second language, the power of your ignition of your brain and how many different parts, because I don't know how many people out there understand this. We only use at least 10% of our brain. I'm thinking these days it's 3, but that's my opinion. But how many people out there really understand that we didn't come here to fight for our lives? We came here to play in the energies of what life is. And if I look at the world today, and I look at society, I'm going to say the world, I was going to say society, but I look at the world today, how many people are walking with their blinders on, you guys? And I'm like, I'm a unique, but I want to play. Yeah, right, Jamie? 3%. I want to play in life. So the only way I'm going to be able to play in life, is to step onto my playground across the ocean, stepping onto my island, and being me. I don't know what that means, but I do know that there's millions of people out there who want to learn about themselves. Somebody tried to categorize me yesterday. Oh, well, you just do this. You don't understand. I'm using a model in order for me to get my words out and to get my purpose. I don't even know how to say it because purpose sounds like, yeah, but it's got to be a purpose. My biggest love is energies. Why? Because energies are everything in the whole world. It's every single thing that exists is energies. And I understand how to translate vibrations and understandings. There's millions of people out there who can do it. I want to bring awareness. I want people to connect the dots to their lives. I want people to see how much fun it is to play in life. And I've been looking for people like me, and you guys are... There isn't. I feel so blessed to be able to be who I am. But my personal ownership is about loving my life as the energy woman I used to give to other people, and I used to get paid for it. Where they're at. Today, I'm simply going to be me. And I encourage anybody who wants to understand anything about connecting their dots and how to have fun. Have fun. And I want you to understand, anybody who ever watches this ever, whether it's today, tomorrow, 10 years from now, 3 years from now, whatever. I'm not going anywhere. My hand's still going to be raised saying I'm open. My doors, my gates are always going to be open for anybody who wants the love of life and wants to play on my playground. And if you want to categorize me into, oh, this is what she does, have fun with that. Anybody who knows me, I mean, actually hangs out with me, right, Jamie? You can't categorize me. And I will not ever categorize anybody. I'm not going to categorize people. I like the concept of labels so that I can understand the vibrational patterns behind it and understand it so I can honor the people, but I will not label anybody. My son once told me that he was bipolar, and I'm not going to give you the whole story, but I told him no, he just never learned how to deal with his emotions. That would make anybody bipolar. There's a true bipolar out there. It's a chemical issue up here. But most of society has never learned how to deal with their emotions. They've been suppressed. So I'm going to leave it at this because there's a change happening inside of me today. And it's really funny that people say, Nancy, you look so stressed. I'm not stressed. Haven't learned yet how to get what's in here out. So there's just a lot of thinking going on. Now, if I was outside and I was on a playground and I had my swings and I was outside doing that and I had the camera crew being able to take care of all of the looks and stuff, trust me, I would be physically and energetically very different. And if I can find that to happen, that's fine. But that, I sit here because it's the simplest way for me to be. I didn't want to stand today because I want to see what I can create. So I want to say thank you for anybody who's watched this. I don't know if it's impossible for people to categorize because people like Jamie, people like labels. They like to be labeled as something. They really do. Because then they have an excuse to not be the greatness of themselves. I'm sorry, that always makes me laugh. Why would you not want to be the greatness of yourself, you guys? It shouldn't be scary. So let's just all keep looking at life and breaking through and having a good time. I have a playground. I have an island and I have a playground already created. And okay, Jamie, you said fear. Fear is false energy. It's a lie. Again, from last week, FOMOs don't work for me. becoming a stronger, better person through action, through life, that works for me. Encouraging somebody to be a better person works for me. Somebody to go beyond their abilities works for me. Telling somebody they're going to miss out on something if they don't do it today, I know what it does for me. No more lies. Lies actually are a really good thing for us as long as we don't lie to ourselves. We see the lie, we accept the lie, and we go, what's behind that lie that I get to gain? Who's going to come out and play? And I mean play, I really have to watch my words when I write, but play is truly letting go and just enjoying life. I play with energies. People go, oh my God, it's so deep, it's so big, it's so... No, it's not. It's so simple for me. And before I go, if anybody... excuse me, if anybody really wants to... Excuse me, I have to have some tea right now. Hold on. Anybody wants to share with me things that come very natural for them? Anything. What comes natural for you? That's a positive, by the way, to yourself. What comes natural for you? People are artists, people are musicians, people are, mathematicians, people are, and they don't have to be big. I'm just trying to come up with simple things. Kids, there's certain things kids are really good at. Talking, there you go, Jamie. That's funny you say that, and you're keeping me on here. This is funny. It's funny you say that because talking, I've always said that I was given the gift of gab so I can do stuff like this. I was given a very loud voice so that I can get to the thousands, the millions, the trillions of people out there. They got to hear me. I can't have this quiet voice so that people might not be able to hear me. How many people have customer service people like that? You're like, excuse me, trying to stick the phone in your ear. I can't hear you. People, and I've been writing, figuring out how to word it, but I have a message, but honestly, I am me, and I'm going to share me with whoever wants to hear it so they can play on my playground with me. And what does that entail? Somebody says, why don't you tell me exactly what that entails? I can't until I get to know you. You got to tell me what you want. Because there's no part of life I don't play with. There's no part of life I don't play with. The mind, the body, the emotions, the this, the that. There's every aspect. A playground, to me, is a human experience to where we all have a mind that's been programmed, messed with, empowered. We have a body that is the absolute most amazing, beautiful organism that can be created by, again, I say this for the rest of my life, simple cells, simple liquid that creates cells, that creates bodies, that continues to go, to empower, to enhance that, to encourage that, to give it the love that it deserves with the non-chemical thing, and to take the energies that exist out there and empower ourselves. Find out the bigness of ourselves. The bigness of ourselves, you guys. The playground. Who doesn't want to go outside? Okay, I do. Go outside and play in a playground. I want the people who want to play. To play on a playground that is all about just spinning around and feeling that tickle and all. That's what I want. So, yes, I got a lot going on. And I got to take one step at a time. I might start skipping. I'm not really sure, but. So if you want to know more about my playground, ask me. If you want to know how you can be part of the participants, ask me. There's no specific. There's only offerings. So I've changed my offerings. The energies I used to do for people, I give to myself, and then I get to exude it so that people can actually learn about themselves. You cannot categorize me. I don't care what it is. Except, yes, I am a female. It's about the only category you can give me. So on that note, I'm going to say thank you for joining me. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for watching me whenever you do. Again, I always encourage people to, especially when they get to this end, say hi. If you haven't said hi yet, say hi. But I'm glad I did this, and I know I want to do more. I just don't like the setup I have, which is the problem for me. It's a challenge for me. But I'm still working with my inner self of allowing myself to have what I've been giving people for 25 years. So if you want to know what my redirection is, just call me up and ask me. I'll tell you. Text me, message me, whatever it is, because I'm telling you what. I've redirected my world. So I love and appreciate you. Thank you, Jamie, for hanging in. Know that I really appreciate life. And even in this chaotic world, no mistake. Be good to yourselves. Be wonderful to yourselves. And know, no matter what, you guys are very, very special to this universe. You weren't created by mistake. You were created on purpose. Be good. Talk to you soon.